So they had these sketches of Munjya. So they had various designs on the laptop, and Aditya was showing it to me कि ऐसे है, ऐसे move करेगा. We are planning a choti on top. It will also go. So first time creating a CGI character.
Just the intent and the focus and the work that you put in to make it believable.
Yeah.
Like this film. As you were saying that it's the baby step towards VFX, I think it's a long jump of VFX in this Hindi film industry.
Nice.
Producers, directors and actors like us to believe in something new, something different, something one of its kind, because that's what we are coming up with Munjya, because it's the first CGI actor.
Hi everyone, this is Kunal Kothari from IWMBuzz, and with me is the team of Munjya. एंड एक्चुअली तो मेरे साथ मुनाज सिंह, शर्वरी और अभय वर्मा है, लेकिन पीछे एक और बंदा है जो सीजीआई से ही दिखेगा और हमारे पास उतना बजट है नहीं. हाय गाइस.
Hi Kunal.
Thank you so much.
Kunal, man, that was great.
Thank you. Okay, so I have to start, because it's folklore, it's something so rooted and everything, and it's always being said, and we've seen abhi recent experiences से कि जब conviction से कहा जाता है, it works. Yeah. We've seen Stree, of course, being the biggest example for us in Hindi belt, Kantara being something on that lines. But do you feel that there is always a commercial aspect that is genuinely needed to get people to come and watch, or do you feel that nahi, as long as you're authentic, it chal jayega? Open to anyone.
I think that you've given the example of Stree, and we are here because it did what it did. So I think that it speaks volumes about the fact that audiences' love is most important. I think that the byproduct of it is, of course, the money that they make at the box office. But most importantly, I think it is the love of the audience, because they say that, okay, we are going to come and watch this.
Right.
And I think that just empowers a lot of producers, directors and actors like us to believe in something new, something different, something one of its kind, because that's what we are coming up with Munjya, because it's the first CGI actor. So I think that yes, it matters, because if the audience are going to love something like this, then I think maybe after us people might make more films that have more
Correct.
CGI actors, because it is not cheap. It's an expensive it's an expensive actor.
Yeah.
As you may see.
Exactly.
Has not even arrived today at these interviews.
Of course, very
I
starting.
thought you guys are pointing at me.
So I think the love of the audiences are definitely most important for people to make such films and kind of venture into something new.
True, that's true. And always, another thing I find very fascinating, because you've seen a lot of this in Hollywood films, they work so much with the green screen consistently. Like Avengers, tum dekhte ho behind the scene, you're like, how are they even doing this? The final product is insane, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, here, obviously, we can say we are still sort of venturing into it with baby steps and everything. But what I find interesting is that acting, as actors keep saying, it's not acting, is always reacting.
Yes.
Right? So, but with this challenge that you're actually reacting to nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
You have absolutely nothing in front of you and you're still reacting. How do you make sure? I want this to know from everyone, but especially you, because I think you have the most scenes in that aspect, so to speak. कि कैसे हो जाता है कि यार ये अभी over the top नहीं जाना चाहिए, at the same time it should stay authentic.
So I'll tell you what, when you read a script, you kind of get a measure of as to what the zone is. Second most important thing, then, where a director comes in, that's where the most important aspect starts. That he tells you that what's working and what's not, being the sailor of the ship. Third thing, the imaginative process that you have in here is working so hard, and you have to believe in your world so much to make others believe that there's actually a thing who is growling at you.
Correct.
And the fear starts from the eyes.
Right.
And that's where people, honestly, I was seeing the comments of the people as to what they were reacting to the trailer. And the first time when I'm sitting in the red jacket, I'm sitting on the ground and I'm feared of Munjya.
Yes.
Then people actually commented to that it really seemed that it was a fear of death which was seen in the eyes. So it's actually, again, coming back to the base core of my acting process also personally, which is conviction. Anything which is done by heart and with a good intent, and just done like purely for the for the sake of just doing and being, that follows.
Right.
And that also goes with the films nowadays, because I went to a film called Dogman. Nobody has heard of it.
Yeah.
But I told to 15 people that please
To
go and
watch
see
it.
the film.
Yeah, I was one of those 15.
Yeah. I told her twice.
It
And
will
she
change your
said,
life.
yeah.
You must watch it. I remember.
And she told me that अबे तू मुझे बता चुका है Dogman के बारे में. मैंने कहा, oh sorry, I forgot. So what I'm trying to say here is that it doesn't matter how much money do you put in, how much like the basically the world that you create in. If it's done with conviction, I mean, there's a film, I'm forgetting the name, which is shot in one room, and that has won a lot of
Plenty,
awards.
actually. Yeah.
So there's nothing to do with whatever money
True.
that you put in, this and that. It's just the intent and the focus and the work that you put in to make it believable.
Yeah.
Like this film, as you were saying that it's the baby step towards VFX, I think it's a long jump of VFX in this
Amazing.
Hindi film industry.
Nice.
And this is really going to set examples which really we were talking about it. We three of us believe that if there's any of the thing which is anything that's the most unique thing which we have in Munjya is Munjya itself. You know, that's the one thing which people are really going to take away, if not anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are lots of things which people are going to enjoy and take away from the film, but Munjya being the one, like, I'm sure people are going to be taken aback that, whoa, this is something which India needed for a long time, and this people are going to compare with an RJ, a very, very famous one, Salil, which whom we all, I mean, we've been hearing about him. He actually compared Munjya with Jungle Book, which was more than a compliment for us.
Yeah.
You know, it felt like something we own is really getting recognized and doing its due. Like our director has been working on the VFX of it from more than 2 years, and it's not just a film where the actors have learned so much, but the director also has learned. Aditya sir said that it's a very technologically sound film, so I have to be really technically there to make it believable. So that's what we have really believed in, put in our step towards like a brighter thing and a bigger spectrum to open for the other creators.
Correct, fantastic. On similar lines for you only, Mona, I mean, it's the same question, but I'm very interested to know your take because you've been through the entire gamut. As we were sort of talking about it earlier already, that you started from television, you've done web, you've done OTT. When you go through the whole gamut, you've seen all kinds of worlds while staying in this world itself. And to be consistently innovating, to be consistently trying something new, where here you are, which is again an entirely different space for you. How has your experience been in that sense? I don't mean to say कि same old thing कि हाँ ठीक है अच्छा था, but in the sense that how different it was from what you started and what you are and where you are right now, so to speak.
So you see, the narration was brilliant. I met Aditya in Pune. I was holidaying there with my family, and he narrated the whole script to me. I had no idea about this, you know, Marathi folklore. I was like, wow, this seems pretty intriguing. You know, let's do this. Am I playing a Maharashtrian? So he's like, nahi, tum Sardar nahi ho. Who has married a Maharashtrian man, and that's how, you know, the story begins. I was like, okay, and it just blew my mind. I was like, really? So they had these sketches of Munjya. So they had various designs on the laptop, and you know, Aditya was showing it to me कि ऐसे move करेगा. We are planning a choti on top. It will also go. So you know, first time creating a CGI character. So in my life, in my career, I've had so many firsts that this is another first.
Another first, exactly.
So I was more than happy to be a part of this universe. I'm a big fan of what Maddock has produced till now.
True.
I think a producer needs to be very, very gutsy to be, you know, supporting these kind of contents. So very excited. I am very excited about this release of Munjya.
True.
It's a first for me.
Absolutely. And on a much lighter note, you know, I've always, I mean, everybody has fun with memes and everything, right? And the Badhu Badhi is still crazy. I cannot stop humming as much as I stopped. I want to stop, but I can't stop doing that. And I know, I've seen a couple of you know, clips of yours. You also haven't stopped humming.
Where did you find them?
I did my research. I'm like, okay, it's not just me. It's everyone.
It's everyone.
It's everyone.
It's out.
Yeah,
we have to.
It's crazy, right? But you know what I'm getting at is that, you know, memes, so important today, and it's so organic. You just can't plan one. You just can't do it, right? But even with Stree, I would say that happened. Oh, Stree Kalana, you never knew that's going to be what it
Yeah.
became.
Yeah.
With Munjya, I don't want you to give away too much, but what do you feel कि यार हाँ शायद viral नहीं तो नहीं, but meme तो ये बन सकता है. Any dialogue or any moment you feel can be one.
See, I think already बन चुका है एक तो
बहुत.
मुन्नी लगन
हाँ.
meme is already going
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
and people were wondering and have been asking कौन है मुन्नी.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think memes.
I think a lot of you
बहुत
are
सारे
going to be
लोग-
memed.
नहीं, and even Katappa
Yeah.
and she वो जो entry मारी है उसकी meme तो
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So there are
There are a
actually
couple
lot
things.
of
The thing
things.
is that we can't say it.
I understand.
We can't say it.
I understand.
Yeah.
No, I know. That's why I mentioned I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah.
But even Madhar Nandan, oh my god.
Yeah,
I
was about to say
was
that, yeah.
I was bawling. I'm like, abhi ruk jayega, abhi censor ho jayega. Then I knew कि हाँ, I know where it's going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hilarious. Okay, for one of the final questions and pretty much the final one. I think with horror comedy, it's one of the reasons it works is that with horror, we've not had too much of a good time. Hindi belt has not had much time, and then when comedy is infused, we've seen of course Stree again, but a lot of other movies as well. What I always feel is that comedy has such a defense mechanism to horror, because यार जहाँ पे आपको लगता है कि नहीं अब मेरी फटेगी, comedy is there and it's probably immediately distracting you out of the world, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you feel that's the reason where Stree is worked, Munjya is there, and do you feel that is the kind of thing we need to keep doing on, or it's more like okay, let's roll with it, let's go with it where it goes?
See, I think Stree, Maddock is the first, no, not the first, but I think Maddock is the one that gave the first biggest horror comedy hit with
Absolutely.
Stree.
Yeah.
So it was a very big validation for the viewers and for the producers to venture into this kind of content.
Right.
So I personally feel as a viewer, like you just said, if it was an out and out horror movie, you're restricting your audience.
Yeah.
The minute you mix comedy with horror, you are expecting entertainment out of the film.
Correct.
And that is what viewers really crave for and want. तो अगर हम 2 घंटे के लिए लोगों को थोड़ा सा हंसा के डरा दें, I think it's worth it.
हंसा के डरा दे.
I love that. हंसा के डरा दे. I love that.
Yeah.
Correct. Perfect. Finally, I have to ask because Taras became what has become now.
Yeah.
It's already on its way to being what being, and Sharvari is finally out there. I think I have to say, some of my friends are hugest fans.
Must
Okay,
be. Thank you.
and they really love you. The social media presence and everything. But now they finally have okay. Finally has a song.
Something to
Yeah,
dance on.
Yeah, finally has a
That's
song
my
out
feeling
there.
as well.
Okay.
But even with the romantic song, it's such a nice. Tenu
Yeah.
Khabar is
Yes,
also very
yes,
sweet and
yes.
nice. Again, as I mentioned, that these songs are so important. They provide an aid in one way or another. When you are shooting it or when you are planning all these songs, do you feel they become essential to a film like this, or do you feel it's just an add-on?
Honestly, I think look, at the end of the day, songs and movies both are a source of entertainment for people, and I think songs have even previously helped lots of movies, only because I think that our Indian audience loves music. You celebrate birthdays, New Year's, weddings, everything
Yeah.
with music.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah.
so I don't know whether it helps or it's beneficial. I honestly don't know about that. That only
Right.
the producers can answer that
Correct.
question more technically. But honestly, I think that I had a lot of fun doing this song for a film like Munjya, because it was so funny that the take was "Ye Munni Chalegi" and then the song starts. So
yeah.
it's been like added in the flavor of the film, and
Yes.
it's not just a standalone.
Yeah.
It is a part of the film. It's been put like that. But yeah, and the response has been crazy. I've been so overwhelmed, and I was seeing some reviews on YouTube, like people review, and like so many of them were like, हम picture देखने तो जाने वाले थे, but ये गाना बड़े पर्दे पर देखने
Oh,
जरूर
nice.
जाएंगे. And I thought that was a huge
That was a-
compliment.
Oh, that's
And I
amazing.
think that I love that compliment. It was
Nice.
by this couple who was doing this review on YouTube.
Right.
But definitely helps, and I think that even our song that just came out
Tenu
is
Khabar
by
Nahi.
Arijit,
sir,
yeah.
and I've been a huge fan of Arijit sir.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think his music just travels
Oh.
like
True.
air.
True.
His music travels like oxygen, you know, nowadays. It's like you're
Yeah.
breathing
Yeah.
in and you're just like, any song that Arijit sir has given has always been a hit, always touched your soul. And what else do you want from songs, right?
Perfect.
मतलब रोने का मन नहीं भी करता था तो रोना आ जाता था उनके गाने सुन के.
Yeah, Arijit is famous for
that kind of a
कि
effect.
मैं रिलेशनशिप में नहीं हूँ, मैं फिर भी रहूंगा. ऐसा वाला.
कह रहा मैं रो लेकिन there was a meme और अरिजीत सिंह के गाने सुन रहा था. कह रहा यार रो तो रहा हूँ लेकिन समझ नहीं आ रहा
किसके लिए रो रहा हूँ.
किसको सोच के.
ना प्यार है ना कोई है, बस रो रहा हूँ. Fantastic, guys, thank you so much. Such a
you.
pleasure
Thank
talking
you.
to you. Cannot wait to watch it. Goes without saying. And all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.